Las Vegas at the GCA show. After 2 years of hiatus, we're back in Vegas, world's largest cardboard trade show booth. Live here in Martinsville, Indiana, live from Norwood Royal Cigars.
When you guys said, you know, we want you to come on the show once a month, I was like, dude, this is it.
Happy afternoon here from cloudy Florida.
Happy afternoon.
Happy afternoon.
Presented by Kristoff Cigars, along with Hiram Solomon Cigars, and coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to a very special Great Lake Smoke Show podcast this evening, Thursday. You know, we're not normally here Thursday. It's our Tuesday routine, but Frank and I have going to be bringing you this special show. It is a new platform that we're going to be bringing in Mr. Newman here. It's his platform, and we've been honored to put together this show. And we're going to interview the team from Karen Berger, and Karen herself will be on, but along with her is going to be Bruce and Desmond, and they're going to have a lot to offer and talk about the K-Line cigar line. But welcome, everyone. First thing I like to always do is please hit the share button. Get the share button, and everybody who's looking at it right now, share. Get the watch party going. Let's get Karen Berger around the world and keep promoting a wonderful cigar line. So thank you very much again for this special occasion. And we just brought in Mr. Newman. Stephen Newman, how are you this evening, sir?
Doing very well. Just finishing up a long day of working hard.
Nice.
It's good to work hard. It's good. So now you get a chance to relax, smoke, maybe have a little spirit by your side, and get this wonderful platform of yours going. And let's talk about the platform that you created here. How did this come about? What thoughts have you had? And where do you want to take this?
So basically, I started 3 months ago a Facebook group for people who are interested in engaging in cigar business, industry business content. I found that I was a member of a lot of cigar groups, and people frequently share photos of what they're smoking. They talk about sports, they talk about their family. And I enjoy that too, but just as much, I like to talk about the business because I'm an entrepreneur and I aspire to have a career in the industry. And there wasn't really a community on Facebook for that, so I just started it.
Great idea. Not bad at all. And thanks for inviting us in and doing the special show for your community tonight. And I hope your audience will learn a lot from really the queen of cigars, Karen Berger herself. She's on Cigar Journal magazine front cover, and she really is an inspiration for women in the industry. So we really have got a special individual who's got a big heart and truly knows the industry well. And we got two of her leading men here on the show also that will be coming on. And Steve, I want to say, hey, stick around, all right? I want to thank you for putting on this platform and the page for the community, for everybody who wants to get involved a little bit deeper, like you said, in understanding what it might take to get into the cigar line or a cigar lounge. There's a lot of great people. I think we're at 1,000 people so far.
Yeah, the group started on February 2nd with 3 people, and it grew by 30 people the first week. The next week, 100, and now we add 200 people every week, and we're at 1,100. I think we're at day 107 since the foundation of the group. So if anybody wants to join, just search Facebook for Cigar Industry Professionals, and you're welcome to come in.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And there are some very big heavy hitters that are part of this that are in the industry. It's just not individuals themselves. I mean, people who actually work, who are manufacturers or blenders, sales reps. I mean, we got some heavy people in this group. And during the course of the months and years to come, Steve will be presenting these others on the show. Hopefully, they'll be on our show to do this. We love to help promote and get everybody in the industry. That's what we do here at the Great Lakes Smoke Show. But before we continue to bring in the green room audience, Frank, why don't you take it away to our sponsors?
Sounds like a plan, Ron. Why not?
All right.
This industry is steeped in family.
You guys, do you mind if I talk?
This industry is steeped in
Go ahead, I don't know.
tradition. You know, there's generational stuff, and I see it over and over, and yet, no, I didn't come from that. Being the outsider looking in, I got to ask all the silly questions, and people were very accepting to want to give me all the right answers. I'm very thankful for those people who kind of allowed me to come in. Now with Alec and Bradley in the business, to have our company become generational, that's pretty cool.
Welcome to GTO Dominican Cigars, a boutique cigar company that artfully blends and creates some of the finest handmade puros from the Cibao Valley in the Dominican Republic. We are fourth-generation manufacturers and growers of tobacco with over 140 years of experience, offering a variety of styles, blends, and strengths. Mild, medium, medium plus, and full-bodied. We would truly consider it an honor for you to experience our cigars. Those who know smoke GTO.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
Years in the making, the Chief cigar was born, blended, boxed, and released to market on June 26, 2015. This cigar was developed by former fire chief, firefighter, cigar aficionado Ken Dorbecker, and has grown into a signature firehouse cigar line. Including, of course, the Chief, a Nicaraguan Habano blend, Proby, a Connecticut Shade blend, All Hands, a Maduro Mexican San Andreas box press, and the brand new Fire Pole, a beautifully crafted San Andreas Habano barber pole. Join the Chief family and make us part of your humidor. RnA Treasures, out of Tampa Bay, Florida. The last of a legacy. The last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs.
And we're back. And thank you very much, everybody. And without further ado, our special guest this evening, Mrs. Karen Berger. Hello.
Hello, how are you? You can hear me well?
Perfect. Very much. Thank you for coming on. And we also have Bruce Busch over there hanging out and waving us. And his sidekick down in Texas, Desmond. How are you?
Brian Diggins, man. I don't know who the hell Desmond is.
Desmond, don't worry. Ronnie can't remember what his own name is. But don't feel bad, Desmond. Even though
Okay. I'm gonna get a jersey made that says Desmond now. I'm gonna wear it.
I got to tell you, they're both names that I never even heard of until I got around this show. And coming from New York City, these are not normal names for me. So I apologize. It doesn't come natural.
What are they named people in New York, dude?
Yeah.
Vito, Bruno, Rocco, you know, what can I tell you?
Jimmy Bag of Donuts.
And,
Yeah.
and Bruce. There you go. Well, welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on board. Once more, folks, press the share button. Let's get this show out to everybody you know. And for those who got their watch party set up, send it out. Let's show the world what the Karen Berger team is all about and and we're going to get to it right away. Karen, again, thank you for joining on board. I know
Thank
you've
you.
been busy and
Thank
everything, and I know you got a lot going on. So
Thank you for having us. Thank you. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Ronnie.
Oh, you're welcome, Karen. You're welcome.
Sure.
See, she remembered your names, dude.
Exactly.
Well, wow, man. Bruce.
Brian understands. He knows where Ronnie's coming from. Ronnie comes from a good place. He just, it's hard. You get to a certain age. He's older than all of us.
I am the oldest here, okay? So give me a little bit of a break.
Yeah, even at that, I'm terrible with names. So how can I judge someone for being bad at names whenever I myself can't remember most people's names when I'm talking to them? So,
well, all right, appreciate the support.
It's something that I struggle to work towards.
Well, thank you, Diggins. Thank you. All righty. Anyway, so folks, there's a lot of questions, a lot that people want to know on this community about getting involved or knowing about business, getting involved in cigars, possibly even thinking about opening up a cigar lounge. So we got a few questions going here, just a few. Yeah, right. About 26, but we'll see how time goes. The audience also will have an opportunity to text in some of their questions after we get through halfway. So Frank and I are going to be.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, folks. Don't worry. It's not that tight a program. This is fluid. So we keep the questions coming. And Karen, the first question Ronnie's going to throw at you is,
basically,
go ahead.
Karen, how long have you been in the tobacco business?
Well, that's a really good and bad question because if don't want to share my age, so you already will be known. So
5 years is good.
Since when I was 18 years, it's almost 25 years in the cigar industry with my husband and everything. Yes, almost 25 years old.
Wonderful. Well, it's that time flies. 25, and again, it's a matter, and as old as I'm getting, I can tell you time is really flying. It seems shorter and shorter all the time. All right, Frank, you got the next.
No, I think one of the things that comes with that is, so what do you think has changed in the 25 years from when you started in the business to today? Especially when you're looking at the factory, the farm, has things developed and changed there?
Okay, let me tell you something, Fran and Ronnie. So the face of the company, I have been in charge of the company as a face of the company almost 8 years ago since my husband passed. So my job was working in the farm, in the factory, quality control, production, and everything, as well open a cigar store in Miami and in different part of Florida and out of United States. So really, in 8 years that I have been working as a face of the company, I noticed a lot of change. So I noticed more women's in the cigar industry. I noticed more women smoking cigar. So as well, 2 years ago, or 1 year and a half, I noticed a really big boom in the cigar industry. We had more production. All the production is going raised a lot. So Nicaragua is has increased a lot the production.
Right, absolutely.
All right. Well, next one would be, what would you say that Kiki did better than anyone else in the business?
Well, I like that.
¿Qué hizo Kiki mejor que todos los otros en la industria?
Well, I think that everybody in the cigar industry brings something different. At that time, I think that Kiki was focused, of course, and to make a really good production, make really good cigar, but as well, he create a really good business relationship, and beyond that, form friendship and see the cigar industry as a family.
Nice. All right, Frank.
I think when you're talking about his philosophy, his overall philosophy about making a good cigar, what was that philosophy when he was sitting there and he was producing that cigar?
Well, at the beginning, he wasn't focused on the appearance about the cigar. I am talking about the labels. He
Right.
said that he makes cigar, and people that smoke cigar, people doesn't smoke the labels. So he was really focused on create really good quality, good cigar with a lot of balance, flavor, construction, and his main focus was always bringing consistency in all the cigars, in all the production.
Absolutely. And I think you're following in his footsteps completely, because I am smoking one of your Cameroons, your Solomon, and I'm pairing that with this beautiful bottle of Kilburn sherry cask whiskey, and it is a beautiful pairing, Karen. That's what I can tell you. So you are truly following the legacy and creating your own legacy moving forward.
Has been no easy work, but thanks God I have the best team in the world. I had with me Bruce today. I had Brian. So thanks God I had a lot of people today that 2 years ago that have been working for me, as well many people that helped me since my beginnings.
Absolutely. I have another question. I have a question for Bruce. I know, Bruce, when we first met, you had just really started. You hadn't really officially come on board with Karen. So in a very short period of time, in my opinion, you have really catapulted K by Karen Berger and that brand to a whole another level. And I think that you deserve a lot of credit for that, because you brought a great product to market and really, did the legwork.
Well, thank you very much for the kind words. I really appreciate it. And for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. I met Karen 2 years ago when I was working for Cigar Journal, and I went out there and I interviewed her, and I smoked her cigars, and I was like, oh my God, the Connecticut, oh my God, the Don Kiki Platinum, the Maduro. And I was like, how are these cigars not out there? How are they not more out in the world? And for me, I thought it was someone put the ball on the 1 yard line for me. I just ran it in the end zone, because all I had to do was get these to shops and they would sell themselves. And I helped out a lot. Brian helped out a lot, but the key is the quality product, and the quality product was always there. I mean, it's a real different situation than, in my opinion, some other companies have. Some other companies have an incredible marketing campaign, maybe, but the tobacco is quite not at that level, perhaps, But for us, the tobacco was always at that level. I mean, we didn't have to adjust anything. So to me, it was just a question of bringing it to the people. So thank you for the praise, but I think Karen deserves a lot of the praise for putting that great product together. Brian, you want to piggyback on that?
There's absolutely nothing that can be piggybacked off of that. All we are doing is introducing ourselves to a product that is fantastic. It's been around with Kiki's name and now Karen's new blends. So Karen's doing all the work, man. She makes it easy for us.
She does. She does a fantastic job overall. And the next question I've got is, what is the best piece of advice that you learned, Karen, from Kiki when it comes to making cigars?
As I said before, his main focus was create amazing cigar with a really quality and flavor balance. So I keep to try his legacy, almost the same thing that he told me about cigars. The main focus, as I said before, is to keep the consistency in our cigars. Means the same cigar that are you smoking today would be the same cigar that would you smoking in 2-3 years. Keep the balance, maintain the flavor, maintain all the raw material to bring the same cigar. For me means a lot. You cannot lie to your customer. You have to have enough raw material. You have to have enough production in the to bring or to bring the quality cigars.
Right. No, I agree, Karen. I agree totally. Do you think, now that you've launched K by Karen Berger, and it's been X amount of years, 4 years, right, that you've been in production? Is that correct? Six years. 6 years. Do you think that you're going to continually follow up on the K by Karen Berger, or will you introduce a different liga Will it be something else maybe? Or do you not know what the future holds? Because obviously nobody really knows, but
Well, we are working in different projects right now. So main idea is to maintain the K as an stand of our brand, but as well create a new blends with different names, of
right.
course. Yes,
But I
we're
think you know what I think that Karen's touched upon something with the K by Karen Berger, and then the subset of the cigar will tell you what kind of blend it is, right?
Right.
Habano, Cameroon, Connecticut, whatever, and including whatever we have in the future. I think I've seen a couple other companies, great companies, kind of piggyback on that, and I'm seeing a lot of other companies now do the name of the cigar and then the subset as Connecticut, Maduro, Habano, whatever. So I think she kind of kicked the door in on that. And for me, if I have any say so, I think the only name going forward is K, and then we can go from there by Karen Berger, this, that, the next thing. But I wouldn't switch it up. I mean, we're not like General Cigar where we're going to call the next cigar like booties or slippers or
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking more like, maybe doing some homage because I saw that your daughter actually just graduated, Karen, from high school.
Yeah,
So
Genesis.
maybe like a Genesis or something interesting that we could tie into.
right.
We got to get
I'm sure
Genesis up to
before
speed.
too many years. Yeah, I'm sure before too many years go by, Genesis will be with her own blend on the market.
That would be nice. Keep the family tradition going. Absolutely.
The evolution of the
Karen,
legacy.
what is your favorite tobacco to work with and why?
Well, I like to play with different tobacco. You are talking about the tobacco leaf, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, I like a lot Ecuadorian wrapper. So one of my favorites is the Havana wrapper. But as well, in our line of Don Quique and K by Karen Berger, we use a lot the Arapiraca from Brazil. I like a lot, and also in our new projects are more wrappers coming. So we had additional blends that are coming with different wrappers. But one of the wrappers that I like a lot is the Havana wrapper.
Mhm.
Habano. Okay, that's nice. Good.
And I think that's what you're smoking, right, Ron? I think you're smoking a Habano.
Yeah, well, we got the Habano.
I think is also smoking a Habano. So yeah, that makes sense that they're smoking one of your favorites.
Yeah, I mean, and it is excellent, folks. So get online right now. And hey, Bruce, why don't you tell Pete quickly, the people listening, if they can't, how to get a Karen?
Well, they could look right above your gorgeous dome, brother, and see coronacigar.com.
Yep, you can get them right at Corona for sure. You can get them over at Don Kiki's Superstore.
Yeah, we would prefer you guys go to coronacigar.com and purchase them there if at all possible. We'd like to support those people who support us, man, and just been great to us. That'd be great. Yeah,
we've got quite a few select retailers now that are carrying our blends. But like Bruce said, sponsor of your show there, coronacigar.com. Perfect spot.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
That's where I picked up my Cameroon today. So
Not far from you.
But if they're really seriously interested, they should ask their local brick and mortar to give Bruce or myself a call.
right.
Absolutely. If it's not there, folks, go to them, ask for it, keep asking for them. I mean, that's the only way a new brand can get into a brick and mortar, by people asking. If you don't ask, you're not going to get, nothing. People want to know what's happening, and the entire line is fabulous. Definitely. Frank, you're up next.
Yeah. No, what's interesting is that your company has grown quite a bit since you've taken the reins, literally. How big do you see your company growing to? Do you know? Do you have an idea, or do you just kind of, is that more fluid, more just kind of as each day goes? Bruce, maybe
I have a goal for 50-50 right now, man. I want to be in 50 states and 50 countries.
Wow, I love that goal.
Well,
So
you're young to do that.
I think 50 states is going to be hard because there's nothing in Vermont or North Dakota. I've been doing my research, right? But even if I got to sell it to a gas station in Vermont, I don't care, man. I'm going to put a couple of sticks in Vermont somewhere. But we're in about 40 states now, right? So and we want that to grow every day. We just did a deal with Illusione distributing to California, so we're going to start kicking in the door on California here pretty soon, which has been kind of an enigma for us because, as you know, California has special rules attached to it.
Yep.
But definitely the face on the cover of Cigar Journal has really increased our European presence. I mean, the Europeans are going nuts right now. Our cigars are available in the UK now, and Switzerland, Israel, Germany's coming on board, Greece is coming on board. So I want to attack the European market a little bit, and then I'm actually going to put a lot of focus on Asia here pretty soon. I got a contact in Hong Kong, so hopefully that's next. And the sky's the limit. All you gotta do, you could be right now. There's a lounge in Nigeria that wants our cigars, and I'm like, we can do this. You just got to find some way of you do all the legwork. We'll ship you the cigars.
Right.
Nice. That's great stuff. All right. So I don't know whose that is, but I apologize for the background. So
Did the train just come to the station?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I'm sitting outside of a hotel, so I think it may have been a car go by just now.
Are you in Texas, the big state of Texas?
I am not currently in Texas. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually in Florida at the moment. But,
You're in Florida. Oh, okay. Yeah. Very nice. Good weather there today, or what?
Yeah. I mean, it's the same as Texas or Louisiana or Alabama. It's hot and humid.
I feel like I'm the oddball out. All four of you are in Florida, and here I am stuck in Chicagoland.
Well, I'm literally like 10 minutes from the time zone change, so I'm right here in the Panhandle.
All right. Well, you're still there. All right. I got another question here for you. Since mine was kind of picked up right before that with you guys and, becoming big and what the steps are, Bruce, you kind of named it. So what is the biggest problem you are trying to solve in your business today?
I'm going to take that one, man. I'm going to take that one.
Okay.
It's absolutely logistics, right? So my man, Hugh Jeffrey O'Donnell, shout out to him up in Wisconsin. I told Karen, I told Brian, I don't know where we'd be without him right now. He used to be an executive for Coca-Cola, and he's handling a lot of our licensing, the inner workings, compliance and whatnot, and staying and doing everything correctly. So I think just setting up our distribution channels is the most challenging thing. Like, Karen, myself, and Brian, we do well talking to the public. The tobacco speaks for itself. It's just a question of logistics, really. I mean, and finding the best way to get the cigars to people, and those are the really big things. That's the thing that if you're starting a new cigar company, because I know a lot in Florida, especially a lot of micro boutiques, Diggins and myself, when we're at the Tampa Cigar Week, we're the biggest brand there, and everyone else is a small brand. Like, you will see a lot of small brands when we go to Indiana as well, and they all, they're overzealous, and I respect the hell out of that. They want to sell their cigars, but it's a little bit of a quagmire out there. Cigars are not the same as selling friggin' toys or something like that to kids, where there's not a lot of regulation. There's tons of regulation on us, and navigating your way through the sea of red tape that's the thing that I guarantee you when you open your own cigar company. Look out, man. Look out. And another thing also is understanding if you sell the shot A on Elm Street, don't necessarily sell the shot B on 2nd Avenue, right?
Right.
Because if they're too close, they're going to have an issue with that. And finding out who the alliances are out there and who loves who and who it's a little bit of third grade, to be honest with you, man. He's a doodle head. Watch out for him, So you just be careful out there when you're selling, and do the right thing, and under commit and overperform, which is just a basic business principle,
You mentioned something a little bit earlier, Bruce. People who might be interested in starting up their own cigar line. I know the answer, but I think the people out there who has any thoughts of starting their own, what would you say is like their biggest thing that they need to have?
You got to have these at a high level of quality.
Right. Number one.
Don't you actually need the money first to have these and create these? People think, they can come in and do their own cigar line part-time. I am under the belief as a business owner, you got to jump in 24/7. And with cigars, there's over 300 boutique cigar lines, and probably a lot more than that with one or two guys, that they have to really give up their day job, and this becomes their day job, because you have to live and eat this business, and you have to have the capital out there to make it happen, because especially now, the leaf, everything's expensive. You got to get the box, you got to get the cellophane, you got to get the product, you got to, everything is costing, you got to bring it in. I would say, honestly, if you're serious, maybe let's say 2 million just to produce and get out there. This is not a part-time business right now in this industry.
No, but I don't know. I don't think that everyone gets in with 2 million though, man. I think some people get in with like 20 grand. But and they just have a few boxes.
Part-time. You can only order, 50 boxes or 20 boxes. If you're going to get serious and you're going to get in, you want to start a business to be serious, you got to put 1,000 box order, 2,000 box order to really get your name out there.
Listen, here's the deal.
Back to Tampa Cigar Week, Bruce. Back to Tampa Cigar Week, there was a young man that was trying to launch his own brand there, and he said that he had heard through certain channels, and what he expects is for the next 5 years, I believe is what he said, 200,000 in losses for the next 5 years before he even starts to see profits, right? So again, it depends. There's guys that can get in for 10 or 20,000. It just depends on how hard of a push you want to make and how big of a presence, how big of an impact you want to have when you come in.
Yeah. I agree, Brian. I agree. And Bruce, you're right. You can try to get in there at that cost level, but you're kind of you're not going to do anything to anyone, and you're going to hurt yourself in the end.
Another thing also is that you're really right now. If you were to ask me, because a lot of people in the industry, I guess, are looking at me and Brian busting our ass, and they're like, "Wow, we're the reason." Besides Karen's wonderful cigars, that this industry, that our business is taking off. Who am I looking at? I'm looking at Mickey Pegg. I'm looking at Terrence Riley. These guys are out there hustling their asses off, right? Aganor's Leaf is a great product, but Terrence is making it happen. All Saints is a great product, but Mickey's making it happen.
Mickey's on the road, yeah.
I'm hitching up my trailer to those cats, man. Because I'm watching them bust their ass, and I know that me and Brian got to do the same friggin' thing, man. So if you're new out there, man, I was in Illinois and Wisconsin last week. I was in South Carolina, Mississippi. Diggins is in Florida. He's in Louisiana. You got to get out there, man, and you got to build relationships with these people. And then you got to follow up. Anyone can make that initial purchase, right? But we got to follow up on our clients. I was just in Illinois and Wisconsin training Hugh Jeffrey on how to do my job there, so he can handle that on his own without me anymore, because I don't need to be going up there. I'd like to have him do that, and Diggins do, the Midwest and Texas and whatever else, and Marshall over in Jersey, and Laura and Darren in Indiana. And I got to get the team up to speed so we can have our faces in the lounges more often, because they want to see you, man. Yes. They want to see you. And they want
one sale is great, because that's space on their shelf. That's a placement. But you want to move that placement, right? And you're not going to help them. You're not going to help that retail customer, which is a partner of ours. We're all in this together, right? We're all trying to move this agricultural product. And by selling them a box and not following up and saying, hey, how can we help you sell this box? We're not servicing anyone. So that's one of the big reasons that we're successful right now. But another thing that people need to think about whenever they go out there to do that is you need to find that time to actually give one-on-one attention to each and every customer that has your product on the shelf.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now,
Bruce, you were just up here. We were at the Alan Carson Strike the Box brand new lounge. And we also had another buddy of ours, Ken Dorpacker, drove 14 and a half hours from Long Island, New York, to go out there for one day. Talk about a commitment. He came in for one day, come in, present, had the table right next to, well, you guys both shared the table, but he spent 10 hours, 12 hours, wherever it was, at the lounge. He's the face, introducing. I saw him. He's talking to people, and you have to hit the road, boots on the ground. You've got to go out there every weekend. Bruce, your weekends are just about coming to an end now soon, and you're going to be hitting it 7 days a week at this point.
I will. Hey, let me give a shout out to Ken from the Chief. While you mentioned that, man, we had a pretty harmonious relationship up there when we were in Illinois because we shared a table and the Chief Cigars were on one side and Karen Berger, Don Kiki were on the other side. He was selling Don Kiki, Karen Berger cigars, and I was selling the Chief cigars, and we were doing buy 3 of all of it, get 1 free, buy 6 of all of it, get 1. So making alliances with people and helping your brother's boat across the river and your boat is across the river, there's a lot to be said about that, you know?
Yeah. You know, we met up with him at in Martinsville, Indiana, at the boutique thing, and he was a real cool cat then too. You know, and he's got some good cigars.
Oh, he's got very good cigars. And the one thing about that I noticed the boutique family is that you guys all smoke each other's cigars. It's not like if you work for Company A and that's all you smoke is Company A cigars. The boutique people really, they know what it's all about, and they're all helping each other, help promoting it. There's no egos. There's really no egos in this industry on the boutique end because you're all coming up together. You know, you got the premier guys and then you guys. And I saw that what Ken did that last year when at the Boutique Cigar Festival. He was all over the place, man. He was just helping. He was bringing water to people. He was setting up the crowd. The guy is just a wonderful human being, and that's what a lot of the boutique owners do. You know, they're not sitting there like King Tut. They're all helping each other because the ultimate goal is getting more people to smoke cigars gets you a better chance to have them smoke your own also and enjoy and talk. A lot of things is all talking. You know, we're talking a lot about Karen Cigars tonight. Right. And the people listening who haven't ever experienced it, they're going to go out there because, you know, guys, Frank and I, we've done the show for 4 years now. We're not blowing smoke up your butts, all right? We're going to tell you if it's good, it's quality. We're going to say, hey, go grab a smoke. Again, everybody's palate is different. You could get a smoke that we recommend and like, man, this is terrible. But again, I don't know. You know, it depends what the day is, what you're drinking, what did you eat? You know, where's your mindset? Is it in the morning, the afternoon, at night? Everything's different on the palate altogether. But I can assure you, the Don Kiki and Karen Berger line is absolutely fabulous. And there's a taste of what everyone's palate out there.
Absolutely. Karen, I have a good question for you because I'm sure a lot of people want to know. How many cigars do you think you smoke in a day or a week? And what time do you prefer to smoke? Do you have a preference? Do you enjoy a morning smoke, afternoon, or evening? And what does that mean for you?
Usually I came to work, if I'm not traveling, I am in the store every day from Monday to Sunday, from 8 until we close to 10 p.m. So usually regular, I smoke around 2 or 3 cigars per day. I like, as a morning cigar, I don't have any preference. I can smoke something medium, 2, or Connecticut as well.
Gotcha.
And of course, I like to try different blends, different cigar. Having a cigar store gives me the opportunity to try many things.
Right.
Well, that's good. That gives you an opportunity to actually see what, let's say, the competitors, but also somebody comes into your store, you're working it. I mean, listen, you even sweep your own store. You know, you're an owner, you're sweeping out there, you're cleaning it all up. But the thing is, as a cigar lounge owner, you need to understand what the other cigars are all about because people are going to come in and say, hey, what's new? Or what can you suggest? Or, you know, my girlfriend wants to try a smoke. What would you know, you need to understand everybody else's line. And I think that also helps you with your line and understanding of the tobacco and the industry itself, you know, because again, we know Cuba is Cuba. All right. But you got the DR, you got Nicaragua, you got Honduras, you got a lot of the other countries. Now, the big thing is coming out is Africa. Africa is now putting out a lot of different blends. And we just talked about that with Ismail Olivan and, you know, the Cameroons that he's coming out with. So as a cigar lounge, owner, in this case, you need to understand everything that you got in there. It's not easy because there's a lot of smokes.
Right, right. And the first thing is that, I feel really blessed because our retail store is so big, so we carry a lot of brands. So also we support a lot of boutique cigars. So our fifth thing is introduce, of course, our blends, and then there are some customers that they have his particular cigar, his particular brand, but as well we talk of the new things coming from different blends. But first of all, we introduce our cigars, then we talk about the new cigars that are in the store. But the last word has the customer.
Right, right.
Gotcha.
Can you talk about anything with PCA right around the corner? Can you talk about any of the new blends that you're bringing to market, and what are you excited about most?
Every year we try to bring something new to the PCA. So as a boutique cigar, we are focused, and we had our ¿cómo se dice, Bruce? We have our portfolio that
Yes.
for me, we carry amazing blends. So as a boutique cigar, we have 4 different sizes in every blend, but that as an owner of a cigar store, I see for experience the thing that retail owners want in what is more easy to support us as a boutique cigar. So our portfolio is very small. We have our different blends and Karen Berger and Don Kiki Cigar, 4 different size, 3 different size in every blend. But yes, every year we try to bring something new. Last year we introduced the Cameroon.
Yep.
Cameroon wrapper binder Sumatra, which was really a huge demand. People love that cigar. So as people love that cigar, we decide to bring as a regular blend in our portfolio. So every year we try to do something different. This year, we had the honor to bring something really new at the PCA. Is a collaboration with a big guy of the cigar industry. Is an amazing cigar. We are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Karen Berger in the cigar industry, as well Kiki, because always the K is not because Karen, K is by Kiki, K is the name of their company. Is like why we are in the cigar industry, keeping his name always alive.
Right.
And we are really excited with that collaboration. Is that, can I tell you, which I expect many good things with this new blend that are coming. So 96 rating at least could be the start of the year. Could be the start of the year.
I like it.
I like that. I like that. Cheers.
That is excellent. Congratulations. That really is a fantastic number there. It's not easy in this industry for sure. Basically,
let me say something about that. It's nothing easy. It's nothing easy, Ronnie. Talking about the new people who want to bring new cigar. As Bruce said, the first thing that the people need to know or have to know is the cigars, of course. Then build relationship. That's very important, and also be persistent. Nothing comes easy. So as we are in a company with more than 25 years, as a boutique cigar and a small company, we keep fighting, we keep fighting to have a place in the cigar industry. Nothing comes from the day, the night of tomorrow. ¿Cómo se dice? De la noche a la mañana. ¿Cómo se dice?
Nothing comes from tomorrow night.
Yes. You need to work really hard and be persistent. There are many companies that start with a huge advertising with a lot of things, and then they don't have cigar, or then they decide it doesn't have the production. You need to be really sure with your step. A small step but strong.
Right. That's the way to grow for sure.
Folks, we're just going to take a little time out here just to regroup a little bit, and we're going to do a little bit of sponsorship there, Frank. And we're going to come back, and again, lots more questions here for the fantastic Karen Berger team. Frank, take it away.
At Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
Experience the magic of Rockefeller Cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller Cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines: the Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, the Art of Magic.
Cigar in the Bottle is 2 palate-pleasing gifts in 1. A specially blended Grand Palmier XS VSOP cognac is elegantly contained in patented numbered bottles. Winner of back-to-back medals at the LA Spirits Awards, Cigar in the Bottle inventor Forbidden Johnny teams up with Vartan and Hendrik Kellner for this custom-blended Vartan Reserva cigar, well-preserved in a hand-blown glass chamber featuring Boveda 2-way humidification.
It all begins at the very first climate-controlled Rodriguez Olivan cigar factory located in the Dominican Republic. Our 2 major brands include Don Olivan, which are boutique cigars suited for that individual who takes great pride in something unique. BAMF is our armed forces cigars, designed for that badass mother effer. Not only are you smoking a great premium cigar, a percentage of the proceeds is donated to our heroic men and women in uniform.
And we're back. Hey, folks, just want to say again, press the share button, get your watch party going, get everything going out there. Let's get Karen Berger around the world. We are in 60 countries, but we sure would love to have, like Bruce said, he's getting his cigars in 50. We're already at 60. Let's push Bruce and get him to 60 countries around the world. Just a little extra pressure, you know? But folks, we do have tonight the queen of cigars. Congratulations on that title, Karen. You deserve it. You worked hard for it. And you are well known in the industry, and you're in a man's industry, and you have made such a name for yourself. You've taken this company to a whole nother level with your team, and we're proud of them because we kind of feel like we're kind of on the ground floor of your team.
Definitely.
Definitely. And we're excited about being part of you guys also. We're excited to see the growth that you guys have been doing. I got
a good question from Bruce.
Hold on 1 second. Folks, if you want some of your questions, please write them, put them on Facebook, and Frank's going to get them on there, and we can get some of your questions too.
What are Karen's, Bruce, and Diggins' favorite size to smoke?
Diggins, why don't you take that one first, dude?
Again, it goes into there's a cigar for every time of the day. There's a cigar for every palate. Generally, I'm going to go for a Toro. Okay. But if you need a quick cigar, you can go to the Don Kiki Brown Label Botella. Right, the little figurado that we've got.
I love that cigar. I had that. Yeah. I had that the very first time I went over to the Don Kiki Superstore, and I was blown away. So beautifully crafted, chocolatey. It was delicious. I love that cigar. I love the shape. And very unique.
I love that shape too. But in that brown label, I like it in the Toro as well. Generally, I'm going to go for a Toro cigar. But then again, just last July at PCA, all of the 3 core line blends, Habano, Maduro, and Connecticut, went into Lancero. That Habano Lancero is another phenomenal cigar, and I don't smoke a lot of Lanceros. So I'm kind of all over the place.
Bruce, how about you?
I will always go for a Toro, and I kind of equate the Toro to like the wolf of the dog breed, because like a wolf is the purest kind of dog, right? And everything from a little ankle biter to a Great Dane is a variation of a wolf. It's gone away from the wolf somehow, right? So a Toro 6x52, that's the perfect amount of wrapper, perfect amount of binder, perfect amount of filler. You know, if you go to a Lancero, it's more wrapper. Obviously, if you go to a big boy gauge, it's more filler. So I think the Toro is the quintessential cigar, and I'm like Brian too. I'll smoke other things as well, but I always go back to a Toro. If I reach to a humidor, I grab a Toro almost every single time. Karen?
For me, one of the best seller sizes on cigar for me as a owner of retail store is Torosai. I like a lot Torosai, but as well, all depends on the time that I have. Usually, I smoke Toro, but when I don't have enough time, I love my botella, the Don Quique Brown label figurado. I love it for a short smoke. I love it a lot. But as well, I love my Lancero. One of my favorite Lancero is or Habano. That's my favorite Lancero. All depend on the time, of the mood too.
Right. I think the Lancero just has more flavor. I just like it. Yeah, we make fun of the size to say, but I think it's just overall one of the best tasting stick that you can get. I mean, it's just a great burn.
Yeah, my problem with the Lancero is, and I'm actually a slow smoker compared to Bruce, right? But with when it comes to a Lancero, I tend to smoke hot. And I don't slow down enough to actually let it. I'm smoking heat, so that's my only beef with the Lancero, and why I don't grab a lot of Lanceros. But it's not necessarily the size is too, petite or too feminine. It's just because I smoke too hot.
Nice. Karen, I was going to start off with how are you handling the Queen of Cigars these days? I mean, that's a great honor, and congratulations to you. How's it been since?
That title come from many years ago. Was writing in a book that I have right here in my desk. The book is called Cigar Maker of Nicaragua, and the writer is Don Omar Rodriguez from Nicaragua. So was given to me by Don Orlando Padron. He said that in an activity that we had in Nicaragua that he was talking with Kiki and said, Kiki, the next queen of the cigar is your wife. So she is the queen of the cigar. So that title was writing in that book. I consider myself, there are so many queens in the cigar industry, and I share my title with all the ladies of the list because the kingdom is so huge. It's so huge. So every woman who are in the cigar industry are not, even that they are not in the cigar industry, we are a queen, So the value of the women in different steps right now in our world has a lot of meaning. So for me, a woman, a single mother is a queen. The wife is a queen. All the women are a queen. But I feel really proud to have that name in the cigar industry. As I said before, I share with every person, every female that are cigar smoker or not.
Well, there are a lot more women now, and I think you have led the way for women to get in the industry. A lot more women are now becoming owners or becoming general managers of companies. I think women have a much better palate than men do. I think they can taste a lot better, and the industry has changed. And it's not just a man's world no more. I mean, there are you go into cigar lounges and you see more women there with their husbands or boyfriends or just even by themselves going in and enjoying a smoke, grabbing their laptop and working along. And it's really great to see. And for the cigar industry itself, it's a plus because that's just another new client, another new smoker, and another new buyer of a stick or of whatever kind they like. So, yeah, I mean, you have broken the barriers down and you have shown women that it can be done. So congratulations to that on you. That's really a great.
And I love the idea to see that women has more relevance. Cigar industry, 75-80% of people who work in the factories are women. Even in the growing tobacco are women. Something that made me feel really proud is about my roots. I started working in a cigar factory rolling cigars. So today I feel like I am some kind of voice to show the people that behind of me there are a lot of women working in a factory rolling cigar, having you this amazing product. So 80% of the people who were in the factory are women, packing area, pre-industry area, even that growing tobacco. So we have a lot of importance in the cigar industry, and I say that this is a huge cigar industry that doesn't have any genders. So
Right.
as well, we enjoy, even women and men enjoy this amazing passion, you know.
Hey, Ronnie, piggybacking on something you said a while ago, this goes with if you're opening a cigar shop or whatever, or you want to expand the industry. Ronnie, you and I, when we were in Illinois, we had this 21-year-old kid walk into Strike the Box, right? God bless the kid, right? And he was like, I've only had like 3 or 4 cigars. I kind of dig them. Point me the way. We sold that man a box of K by Karen Berger, Connecticut. We sold him a couple of Chiefs. He didn't have an ashtray. We taught him about that. I mean, he didn't have a humidor. We taught him about that. Boveda packs. We showed him around. The kid walked out with $250 worth of merchandise, happy as a clam, dude. You know, and
absolutely. He walked out and he was strutting like, man, I hit gold. You know,
he's walking out
the store. And
now we just need to keep him engaged. Keep him engaged.
Well, Alan, the owner over there, Alan will certainly keep him engaged. He's in a great location. It's a good shopping center, to say, strip mall, and Alan is just so personal too. And no question about it, he gained a new customer, and you did a fantastic job. You and Ken really opened the guy's eyes up, and that's what it takes in being in a cigar lounge. You have to be personal and talk to people and show. I mean, you got to care. You got to care about your customers in the first place. But that's what people are looking for. A kid like that, he could be more than 23, 24 years old, maybe. And
I think it was 21. I think he just turned 21.
All right. So think about it. A kid like that with maybe no guidance from the outside, you opened up a whole new world to
You're
him.
his cigar daddy.
God, daddy.
Now go mow the damn lawn, you little shit.
Oh, he's listening now. So, Karen, talking about lounges, we have a thought. Is there more plans of opening up more lounges on your end? Anything in the future lined up? Any thoughts? I mean, you do everything pretty much at your place, and there's only one Karen to go around. But is there any strategy in the future?
Well, I try to keep all the dreams of Kiki. So one of his idea was a main chain of the store. He always was in love with the philosophy of the guy from Walmart.
Sam Walton.
Sam Walton. Okay, yes. So kind of like a franchise opportunity of some sort.
Yes, I know there are a lot of work to do, but that was one of my dreams, you know, opening a different chain of Don Kiki cigar store around United States. But if I drink, I will be working. We will be working really hard to instead to do that.
I like that dream. That's a good one.
I can see it. I can see a Don Kiki superstore in Tampa Bay one day, and I can see one in Texas, man. Brian and I myself could be running one day.
Yeah. I already know the location. I-35 in San Marcos, Texas.
Well, in time, guys. In time, you're both young, so you certainly have the whole future ahead of you to do that. And what a great line to have that store wherever you are. But I guess, Frank, you had the next.
Yeah, I have a question.
Next one,
Karen, about how much time do you spend? Obviously, you're in front of a beautiful crop of tobacco. How much time do you actually spend at the farm?
You know, usually I was traveling to Nicaragua. Since COVID, I am traveling less to Nicaragua, but I just came like 2 weeks ago from Nicaragua. Usually I spend like around 10 days per month or every twice, but I love to be there. That's my favorite place. That's my favorite place. So that's my dream. So seeing the crown of tobacco, be working in the production area. So that's my things. You know, this is the best place for me to be. I love it.
Right. That makes sense.
Well, what is your talking about that, your favorite place? What is your favorite thing that you like to do overall? What's the best part of this industry for you?
You know, I say, Bruce, we have an amazing team. You know, every person in our team has his responsibilities, and everybody know what they need to do. So one of the things that I enjoy, and I know that I am the head of the production, I like to be in Nicaragua in the production area, working in a new blends and a new projects.
Right. That makes sense. That makes
No,
sense.
sure. I mean that's your future too on the new projects.
And then I have the amazing team that support my idea, that support our projects, and they help me to the dream coming true. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's having the right people in place. I'm sure that you've probably developed a lot of great, strong relationships with the folks there in Nicaragua. Are there any good stories of colleagues, maybe some of the rollers that you may have met in the past that really hold a strong place in your heart because of what struggles that they may have faced and similar struggles that you may have faced? So maybe share a little story with some of the people that you work with there in Nicaragua.
So the company, Don Kiki started the company in the 90s in Nicaragua. He started with a company at the beginning with another partners. Then he buy the farm, he built the factory and everything. Since that time, there are a person who has been with us for a long time. So her is like a mother for me. Is my second mother. Her name is Carmen Vasquez. When Don Kiki passed, we had a really, really bad times. So really bad economical situation. And that was the person who told me, Karen, whatever you decide to do, I will be always with you. I was with Don Kiki. So she gave me the strength, you know. She run the company in Nicaragua. She has been with us for more than 25. Carmen Vasquez for me has been my right hand in Nicaragua, my left hand, and we had through the difficult times, you know, since Kiki passed. But that's a person that always trusts on me, and I feel really thankful. I am really thankful with her because I received all the support, and is another lady running a company in Nicaragua.
Right.
Absolutely. So, as a mother of three, I believe you have three children.
Yeah.
I mean, you work so much, 24/7. It seems like. What do you like to do when you have a moment? What do you like to do for yourself, or is it basically hanging out with the children?
First of all, Karen Berger is a mother. So that's my role. That's the word that I enjoy a lot. So as an example, today we went to the ceremony where my daughter Genesis received a lot of awards. So see her receiving a lot of awards means that all the work that I do for all my kids has been doing good, you know. As a mother and a father of my three kids is not easy, you know.
Right.
Sometimes when you are a couple, so you have the support for your husband or whatever. In that case, it's me working double for my kids. So this is the job that I really enroll. And always when I have time, the most thing that I enjoy is staying in my house or be in my house with my kids, enjoying a really good meal. I am really good cooker.
You're a good cook, a good chef.
Yes, my kids love my food. So usually regular family have the dinner around 6, 7. In my case, we had the dinner around 11 or 12 p.m. at night, midnight.
That's like in Italy. My family in Italy, they eat at 10, 11 o'clock at night. That's the time that they eat. So don't feel like you're alone. I think that's very European too.
If you ever want to be blown away and amazed, go to the store in Daytona Beach at 8 o'clock when Karen gets in there, does paperwork, works with the cigars, does shipping, does logistics, works there all friggin' day, right? Does a Zoom event like this one or whatever, closes the place, sweeps the floor, mops the floor. And Diggins and I have seen it before. We go back to her house and she cooks for the next hour at her house and feeds everyone. It's like, I have no idea how she does it. One of these days, I think she's going to fall over and collapse.
No.
And then coffee at 1:30 a.m.
Cooking with high heels. That's not easy.
You're supposed to put your flip-flops on or bare feet when you're home and relax. That's your time. But that takes a lot, Karen. And
my kids, my family are my life. And I consider myself as a family. My team is my family. And all the people who are working for me in the factory is my family as well. So my family, my kids are my life.
Are your kids supportive and understanding of what you do overall? I mean, I know your daughter, last time she was helping you in one of the events, she was getting things ready for you at home and getting baggies and swags all together. Genesee, I know, was doing that for you. But are the kids understanding? I know Princess is still young and all, so she does definitely miss you. But have they come to terms with what's going on in their lives with you?
They are really mature. They understand really well. So what is my position? What are all my responsibilities? But as well, I try to share with them the most important moment, as the moment today, to share his
Graduation?
Yes, and I had a lot of support from them. So they are really good kids. I am really proud of all my kids. The princess is still really young. She she is the happiness of the house. But yes, they are really good kids.
We have a question from Steve. Is how old are your kids?
The kids, I have my son is Jose Carlos. He has 21 years old. He is in UCF, Florida, Orlando.
Okay.
My daughter is Genesis. She has 18 years old. And the Princess Antonella will be 5 in July.
How nice. How nice. Excellent. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And, again, the two older ones, they pretty much can handle their own. I hope they take care of Princess because she's still 5 years old. She's the little princess. So, she needs a lot more of attention too. So, do you ever take them or do they come to the lounge and help out or stay and spend some time with you at the store?
Yes, they left a couple minutes ago when we started the live. So usually Genesis can handle with all the POS. She helped me to make inventory as well when we receive shipping from Nicaragua. She helped me to put all the items in the system. She know everything about, or not only from my brands. She know everything about all different brands, sizes, where the cigars are coming. So when we are in Nicaragua from vacation, she spent a lot of time in the packing area. She know how to put label, how to make bundles. She know almost everything, but not yet.
But that's fantastic, though, to have your children involved with what you are involved with, and it makes it a little bit easier, I would imagine, and more comforting that the family will continue on down the road. So that in itself is pretty exciting. I don't know, Diggins, how long have you been now with Karen?
A little about right around a year and a half. This coming July will be my second PCA, so I guess let's just say damn near 2 years. It's been a fun journey, man. Definitely.
It is. So PCA is coming up again in just a couple of months.
We're about 5 weeks away, give or take.
Yeah, we are. I mean, it's around the corner. Anything planned? Anything that you guys could tell us about the show, or what the
Karen kind of touched on it a little bit with last year we had the PCA release with the Cameroon. This year we've got one of the big boys that we did a collaboration with.
Okay.
I don't know if Karen wants to reveal who that manufacturer is tonight, but it's going to be a dark wrapped cigar. It's a phenomenal cigar, 25th anniversary. And Bruce, Karen, if you want to go deeper on that, go ahead.
Well, 25 years is 25 years. That's a big celebration, and it sure sounds like you got some exciting news to share with everybody at the PCA, and that's going to be again. I know, Bruce, that was your last one last year that you went to, and that was a mind-blowing experience, because whoever goes to these shows for the first time, you're really blown away. You have no idea what to expect, but once you're there and you're with the cigar kings and queens of the industry, it's just an eye-opener. It's like, wow, you thought you knew cigars until you walk into these big events, and you just learn, and you see these people, and you learn, and you get a chance to smoke. It is exciting, and we're also going to have you guys at the BCA, the Boutique Cigar Festival in Martinsville, Indiana, August 12th and 13th, folks.
And you know what, Ronnie, that BCA actually kind of makes cigar smoking a little more pleasurable, and I'll tell you why. When you're in Vegas, it's 115 degrees, like 4% humidity, So, I mean, if you start hitting the liquor and all that, your body's dry as a friggin' bone, and every cigar tastes like salt, So, like,
it's a dry heat, a
little bit better. A little bit better at TPE in January, but yeah, yes. July was painful.
But when you're in Martinsville, Indiana, it's like a very favorable, climate for smoking cigars, and they taste a lot better. You're able to truly enjoy them because your body's not like under duress from the lack of humidity and the heat,
Yes, well, it's going to be epic, for no question about it. It's going to be the second festival. We now have 60 vendors that are going to be there. Not only that, though. Oh yes, we're blown away.
How many did we have last year? How many were there last year?
20. We're up to 60 right now, and there's going to be a special bourbon bottle. It's going to be a barrel made specially for the show, and who is it? Jamie and Josh, they are creating a special limited edition for one barrel. It's only going to cost $50, and it's going to be 100 proof bourbon or whiskey, one of the two. That is only going to be at the show. And folks, if you've never been there, go get your tickets. You can look at our website. You can look at our Facebook page. Go to the BCA page. Tickets are on sale now. But the amazing thing is, you are going to be either Friday night with the VIP or Saturday, but you are going to be able to actually sit and talk to manufacturers, to blenders, to the people in the industry one-on-one, like we're doing here. You're not just a number out there. These people are going to want to sit and take time and talk to you, answer all your questions. It's just not like a meat market and you're getting pushed through the system there.
Again, like Bruce said, that was a very enjoyable experience for us. But even after like the actual show, when everybody's coming through the tents, like when us as vendors have time to sit down and relax, we can interact because there's live music, there's drinks, we can interact with the consumer. And sit down with a live band in the background and talk about our cigars and just relax. There's no
exactly. Well, the VIP dinner is now, they built a restaurant on the premises, so the VIP dinner is going to be right there at the restaurant. And then Saturday, folks, Saturday from 11 to 1. Only the retailers go in there and they get to meet all the vendors and get their orders in. And from 1 to 6, anybody could come on in and buy right there. And again, talk to Bruce, the Diggins, the other owners that are going to be there.
Or Desmond. He might be there.
Or the Desmonds.
I'll look out for Desmond, folks.
But he might be there.
Yeah, absolutely. But Great Lakes crew is going to be there doing a live podcast all day. And Jera, one of our co-hosts, is going to be there also. She's going to be emceeing the VIP night. And we're also going to have our whiskey specialist, our spirit man, Joey G. Galino is going to be there. So everyone come on down, hang out, and meet these people. And if you don't have any knowledge in the boutique cigar industry, this is where you want to be. Tickets are $20 at the regular general admissions. Go on the website if you want to come to the VIP dinner. I think it's only for 200 people, obviously, but it's going to be a fabulous show. It's only getting bigger, and if you're interested, please jump on board. We booked the entire hotel. It's 8 minutes away from the venue. It's at the Holiday Inn Express. You tell them you're there for the Smoke of the Creek or the Smoke Show. They're going to give you the event pricing, and that's where we're all going to be. And at night after the show, we sit out in the backyard, and we're all smoking. You're hanging out, and you can talk to anybody and anybody. It is pretty amazing. It's a lot of fun.
Just don't say Ronnie, man.
Right.
They'll put you in the outhouse, man.
Well, that's right next to your room. I booked that room next to you. Karen, I know you're in Nicaragua at that time. I hope someday that you can be there, because as a manufacturer and the name, people really would like, nothing against these two guys, two clowns there in an outhouse, but people would love to sit down and meet with you and talk to you. And again, it's just, help promote your line. And we hope someday you will. I know Nicaragua, you go back and take care of Dad and the family. I know you love to go down there. August is a little, before schooling, I guess, down in Florida starts. But we hope someday that you can join us, because it's a wonderful experience and some beautiful people. And a lot of them anyway, because you probably have them in your shop. But still, it is nice. Is there anything else that you can tell our audience, Karen? And it's an audience that people want to know about business. What's it really take on your end in the cigar industry as a business owner to really be successful? And what do they have to do to get themselves started?
As I said before, I think that be persistent. It's not easy industry. So as well, I think that there are no competition. There are places for every boutique brand, every small company. There are a place, but the thing is, having in your mind that it's not easy, and you have to be persistent. And if you work hard and if you work with a passion, of course, you have having some kind of success.
Absolutely. Frank, you got any last questions there?
No, I think just as always, it's always a pleasure. I think what I love most about Karen is her humility. She is so humble, knowing that, she's been through so much. So for me, it's very much that you are a inspiration to a lot of people, and not only just women, but to men out there as well who've had to struggle. So for me, it's your humility and being as humble as you are is what impresses me the most too.
The best part, you're only like a half an hour away from the shop.
Oh, that's the nice part. I got to change.
You're the lucky one, for sure. Diggins, anything on your end?
No.
Okay, then we'll leave it to Bruce. Bruce, anything else that we can add to the show there overall?
I think we've pretty much said it all, man. But it's don't stop smoking different cigars. Always try new stuff, man. If I go into a humidor and my eyes go right past all the stuff I've seen for the last 20 years, and I'm always picking up something new. I mean, I have a couple of stalwarts that I always go to. But when you're in that humidor, give some love to that cigar that you don't know anything about. Give it a whirl.
Yeah, couldn't say it better. That's really right, folks. No question about it. Steve Newman, he put this together, and we were only wishing him the best with his his Facebook page and his cigar community here. And we can't thank you enough. And again, that's, folks, for the BCA, you go to the boutiquecigarfestival.com for all the information. And we're really hoping that we can see you all there. Get your tickets. Get your tickets now. Get them ahead of time, so this way you can roll right in. I think it's $20 now. At the show, it would be $25. So you save $5, but you can put it towards a great cigar.
And Ronnie, it was friggin' excellent last year. I mean, me and Diggins and Darren and Laura, we can't stop talking about it. It has to be 3 times bigger this year. I mean, it was awesome last year.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a different experience than those who go to the PCA, where you're just overwhelmed with everything that's going on. This is more of a personal touch.
Well, PCA is for manufacturers and retailers, all right? BCA is for manufacturers to meet their consumers.
Correct.
So it's a completely different ball of wax, right? You know?
Yes,
so
it is.
You can't even compare the two.
Well, you said it all. That's a great way. Well, folks, again, thank you. Karen, thank you so much for your time. As usual, we want to let you get home to the little ones.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for taking time out to your busy schedule. And Bruce, congratulations on all the years of teaching the children and on your new lifestyle of 24/7 cigars.
5 days. 5 days left in the classroom.
5 days left. That's it, Bruce. Then that's it. How many years have you put in?
20.
Wow.
20 years.
Yeah, 5 days of teaching left, but then he needs to take it like maybe 3 or 4 weeks to readjust his body clock, because the cigar world doesn't start at 5:36 a.m. But the teaching world does.
I know.
Well, I talked to Bruce about that on Saturday, Diggins. I said, so are you taking vacation? Are you going to, relax a little bit before you jump into this? And he goes, nope, that's Memorial Day weekend. He'll be done. And boom, he's hitting the road. So
I'll hit 7 cigar lounges that weekend here in Florida. Guarantee it.
For sure. There you go. I mean, Karen heard you, so you got to hit at least 7. I'm telling you, you got to hit 10. Okay, do it for me. Do more. Just do 3. You can do it. You fly around.
I'm not scared.
Folks, we can't thank you enough for joining us tonight. We hope you learned a lot about getting involved with cigars or a cigar lounge, or what it really takes to be in this industry. It's not easy. It's a passion. And you sell your soul to make it happen, but in the long run, you will succeed. So work hard. As you can see what Karen does. She wakes up with a smoke. She goes to bed with a smoke in her mind. Anyway, from all of us to all of you, have a fantastic weekend. And here for the Great Lake Smoke Show, we'll see you on Tuesday. Light them up. Have a great one.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Many of the cigar brands that we make, they're antique, historic cigar brands. They've been made on and off for about 100 years. When you're smoking Toscano, you're smoking 206 years of history.
The Italians are here.
We're here. We're in the house. For some reason, we find a lot of Italians on this show.
Listen, I'm a Jersey guy. Hey, we won't hold that against you.
We invented this we want to give people the opportunity to smoke the cigar at the optimal level.
The Chooch cigar. Can you believe it? The Blanco 9 Chooch.
¿Cómo va? ¿Está bien?
¿Qué dice? ¿Cómo está?
Finally, I can answer the question. Anything new?
Yeah.
And we have some cool new stuff from Oliva.
This is a passion for me. It's not a job.
Your love and passion for this is,
I love it.
Unbelievable.
That's why we can make pipes out of this variety of corn.
11 years ago, I went back. I bought the rights to everything La Polina.
Sure, it's family.
And restarted the brand again as a tribute to my grandfather.
It's nice because you get to see a lot of your friends. You got to remember, I've been doing this for 30 years, so a lot of these people are like family.
Build a platform where we could celebrate boutique cigars.
Leave Starlight House blend for one store in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Join forces of pipe tobacco
and
superheroes. I always look forward to the Super Bowl events, and I always look at the trade show as just one of those things.
We're not just selling cigars. We try to live our lives, and we use this as a means to share our stories and to really create community.
Hold on, man. Like, wow, that was wow. Now you got me.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining.